Well, welcome to another episode of Ingrid's World. I'm Ingrid Paris Hicklin, and I am your host. On this show, you'll meet Ty Couey, founding member and president of the National Historical Black Colleges and Universities Alumni Association Foundation. Ty draws on his managerial leadership at Fortune 500 corporations, federal agencies, and extensive education, and his professional football experience. His expertise allows him to build successful partnerships and coalitions, helping our college students. Let's welcome to the show, Ty Couey. Welcome to the show, Ty. So glad you're here.
Oh, it's a real pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity, Ingrid.
So we like to always, get a little bit of a grounding. Then we are in Virginia, and I saw on your when I was doing some research, you said football. So which football team was that?
I was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys many moons ago.
Oh, Dallas Cowboys. Okay, well, all right. Well, that is absolutely amazing. So you use that experience with working for a variety of different corporations and then helping our colleges. So tell us a little bit about your education.
Well, I ended up receiving a football scholarship at Utah State University in Logan, Utah. From there, I majored in history. I was a history major specializing in Black history of all places at Utah State. Uh, and from there, I had to do my student teaching at a high school. And then I was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, and that started my journey from Dallas Cowboys to the oil industry, to the computer industry, to the telecommunications industry, to the federal government, where I retired. And, for the past 21 years, I've been working with historically Black colleges and universities and loving it. That's been my passion.
That's your passion. Oh my
And
goodness. What got you interested in working with the historical Black colleges and universities? What got you
well,
interested?
I love our youth. I think we see how active our youth are today. My daughter got me involved. She ended up getting a scholarship to Hampton University in Hampton, Virginia. And they had a parents club, and I ended up being elected for the 4 years that she was there as their president. So I found out the depth, the excitement, the educational experience, the wonderful job that Hampton University did, so much so that several of us got together in 2003 and created the National Organization of College Parents. It was a great parents organizations at historically Black colleges to increase their funding capabilities through the parents that are generally well endowed, and it's not necessarily a resource that our HBCUs have put on.
So, how many Black colleges and universities are a part of this?
Well, there's 107 historically Black colleges and universities, which in essence mean that they were in business since 1980 when President Jimmy Carter created the White House Initiative on historically Black colleges and universities.
And you've worked with that initiative also, haven't you?
I worked there for several months, which was a wonderful experience, and I was able to, really see how it worked and work with the HBCUs, fulfilling my passion that I had ever since 1969.
Wow, that's absolutely excellent. My goodness. So you started the organization. What is your vision in terms of the mission of the organization? First of all.
Well, our mission is very simplistic. we want to be the premier organization in support of historically Black colleges and universities and their alumni association. That's really the bottom line.
Wow.
Our, yeah, our vision is to continue working in partnership with the federal government, state government, local governments, for-profits, nonprofits, to bring resources to those students, HBCUs, and their alumni associations.
Very important because that really just, and it's, so your organization is working with the variety of different, colleges and universities, and do you form one voice? Is it one vision? How does that work?
Well, it depends on the, HBCU because they're so diverse. We have private, we have public, we have independent, we have religious schools. So we have a multitude. We cover the whole range of educational experiences within the HBCU world, as well as junior colleges as well. So we fit our programs based on the particular needs of that particular institution.
So it's not like one size fits all, is what you're saying. So,
No, unlike the hats that you buy at these different institutions, one hat fits all sizes of heads. We have to custom build it based on the particular needs and the type of institution it is.
wow. So now you have the universities and historical Black colleges and university. Who are the members? Because I'm sure you have lots of work to get done. So tell us a little bit about the membership.
The membership, of course, includes the whole gamut from religious schools to state schools to private schools. And we deal with them based on their needs. We conduct our annual conference where we provide them with training. We have political figures, senators, Congress folks, or governors, whatever the case may be, depending on the hot topics at that time, to educate, uplift, and focus them on how to raise funds, how to get along with the administration, etc.
Well, so it must be a tremendous resource that your organization is to help to help historical Black colleges and universities. It sounds like that. What are
Yeah,
some of the services that you're delivering through your organization?
well, it once again, and I hate to be so vague, but I'll get a little specific. But it really depends on their needs.
Okay.
For instance, we did a branding exercise for our HBCUs with U.S. Airways when they were in business before they merged with American, where it was the largest printed uh, magazine dealing with historically Black colleges and universities ever published, over 50 pages, dealing with roughly just 30 of our HBCUs. Otherwise, the magazine, that included everyone, would have been, thousands of pages. And that was a wonderful way for our HBCUs to articulate their uniqueness, their scientific research, name it, they had it. That was one example. Then we provide training to our alumni associations,
Oh.
how to manage strategic planning, fundraising, things of this nature. We also work with our universities and our students and alumni associations and civic engagement, which is very important for our students to get involved. We've received several grants in reference to that. We've worked with the 2020 census, So we cover the whole gamut wherever the needs are, resources benefit either entity, the alumni, and of course the students that, HBCU. So it varies, yes.
Wonderful. So, what's the impact because of an organization like yours? What's the impact?
Well, the impact has been awareness. It's been financial. We've received uh, a lot of financial support from a wide array of entities, from federal agencies to foundations, other foundations, to major corporations, and we're always looking for additional. It's never enough when you're trying to help those institutions, which are much needed.
Um, Tell us about some of the successes of your organization.
Well, we've had many. We've partnered with, um, oh God, we've partnered with uh, professional football players. We've partnered with many high school students to assist them in going to historically black colleges and universities. Uh, that's really one of our big pushes that we're dealing with. We've gotten a lot of scholarship funds for high school students to go to our HBCUs. We've gotten our alumni engaged, alumni associations involved with working closer with the students, while they're on campus, the local students as well as the international students who may be from California or New York, and perhaps may be able to get home for certain holidays. So they've opened up their homes to these students who otherwise would be stuck on campus to come to their homes. The alumni associations have been just beautiful. So I think our biggest success outside of the money is getting folks to work in partnership. That's what I see as our biggest accomplishments and the things that we're most proud of because it perpetuates itself.
It sounds like that. So that also leads to talking about some of the successes of your program. Tell us about some of the students that have come through your program and have been helped through your organization.
Well, many of them are engaged now. Matter of fact, the first annual conference that we had some 6 years ago when we first became a nonprofit organization, we had our first conference at State University, and that's in Couey, the oldest college in that particular state, the oldest HBCU as well. But however, many of the students that we work with us in planning conference, they're still working with us now uh, at their particular jobs where they have matching funds to give to nonprofits. They're directing funds to their alma mater. So we see a lot of that with the students that we work with. For our current, the last three conferences that we had, the first three was at Bowie State University, has been at North Carolina Central University in Durham. And we're seeing the same sort of effect with students there getting involved. I can't praise that enough when the elders, such as myself and others, work with our youth. They see the significance of getting engaged and getting involved. To me, that's gold, although we'll accept gold.
I mean, that's like so wonderful. So, what have been some of the challenges of heading an organization such as yours?
Well, challenges are always, your ideas are always larger than your budget. You'll do more things, and unfortunately, you have to focus in specific things. That's what we've done. Uh, but as we get more folks involved, because it's really a volunteer organization, uh, uh, well, I would say probably over 90% of the folks involved have graduated from historically black colleges and universities. About 10% of us did not, but that has nothing to do with, the engagement, involvement in the things that we have accomplished and are doing.
Wow. I mean, and that's like been and tell us a little bit about the keys of success.
Well, the keys of success is determination. Don't take no for an answer. Uh, Results, having fun and results. I think those are the two key words that we concentrate on. If you're not having fun, this is not the organization. If you're not getting results, this is not the organization. So we have fun and we also get results.
I love how you put the two together of having fun. So, having a career as you did, which was, it sounds pretty intense, wonderful contributions. What do you think has benefited you the most in terms of moving your organization forward in your life experience? What has really just been so key that you keep going back to?
I think just the mere fact of networking with many different people that I never knew who are just brilliant in what they do and their successes, and discovering that each person that's engaged is really a president on their own. They're a leader on their own. They don't need me. I see so many leaders, and they take the initiative, they take the leadership roles, they move forthwith and getting things done. And that's what I love the most. So I can be more of an elder, sit on a throne and watch, the new folks, the youth, kind of do their thing. That's what I love most about the organization and giving support where needed, but basically letting people do what they do naturally and normally, do well.
Wonderful. Ty, what's your dream for the organization?
Well, the dream is, well, I guess an old African saying is that when does a tiger stop being a tiger? Never. So I hope that those individuals who are part of the organization will always stay engaged as we begin to get more folks involved. We're getting many students that I went to school with out in Utah who are engaged and directing funds and scholarships to historically black colleges and universities. So I guess I'll always be a lion, but I would like to be a lion kind of on the sidelines in the coming, year or so.
That's beautiful. So, someone might be watching this. My husband, for one, Hampton. What are you going to say to those graduates out there, or alumni, or people who have been involved in historical black colleges, and they want to get involved in terms of furthering the future? What's your pitch to them?
Well, my pitch would be to go to our webpage, and that's, of course, www.n as in Nancy, HBCUAA.org, and it's all there.
And it's all
You'll
there.
find anything that you want to find out about. And if not, they can always call me direct, 301-537-3917.
It's
So there's no, and
mhm.
your husband, I'm glad he went to the school Home by the Sea. I believe they refer to Hampton.
Well, he went to the school, did not graduate from Hampton, but he did go to Hampton when it was an institute.
Oh, okay. Well, you just need, a month at Hampton and you're a Hamptonian.
That's what he tells me constantly. He says, it doesn't matter. And I
So,
guess he's quite right because we go to all of the different events, and but it's just something that I am a graduate of CCNY, City College of New York, woohoo, a
oh,
Beaver, and but what I going to that school and then I've gone to a reunion was very different than going to the reunion that I went with him at Hampton. I was like, oh
yes,
my goodness, everyone knows your name. it,
yes.
it was unbelievable. And
Yeah,
so
HBC
I guess
rich.
that's some of the benefits that I initially noticed in terms of going to an historical black college and university. That's amazing. How many members do you have?
How many members?
I mean,
We,
members. Other. I know about the universities that you told me about that,
right.
but how many other members?
God, we have probably, oh God, an excess of 1 million alumni that's engaged and involved around the country. And, of course, we have one HBCU that's outside of the United States and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Oh
The
my.
University of Virgin Island is considered an HBCU. So we have, several million alums from HBCU. They're not all engaged yet, but they will. That's our,
Wow, I'm telling you, and it seems like there's such a because every time I hear something about Hampton, we have several friends, and it's like you're totally committed. There's no like, oh, maybe I was. It was like, yeah, we have to get involved. We have to contribute, and I guess that's that part of that community service and getting involved and helping the next generation go through. So we know how to get involved with your organization. Um, you've talked a little bit about some of the challenges. Any other challenges that you'd like to add to it that you've been
well,
dealing with?
yeah, I think one of the most typical challenges is within any American organization when they give you an excuse saying, we can't find good, qualified blacks. Call me. Let me know what you need and want. I can give you thousands of engineers, business folks, professional athletes. You just call me, email me, and we can find any type of quality student that you're looking for.
Oh my goodness, that's like powerful there. So you take it the step further that so you're actually connecting, the student, the graduate with job opportunities.
Indeed, that's also one of the things that we do as well. And we've dealt with several corporations who gave us that pitch, uh, and it's completely not acceptable. And then when you provide quality students, some of them have come up with, and I won't mention their names at this point, but we're planning on putting together a report of several of those entities that should be doing better, spoke of doing better, and then reneged when they had an opportunity to do better. Also, within the federal government, they're as guilty as corporate America.
Wonderful. But it's great, and you see, and that's where because often you say, oh, can't find qualified, but you said, hey, call me. You
Yeah,
make it real easy to get involved.
collectively, they
I
can call
love
me.
it.
Right.
Well, Ty, we've taken a deep dive on historical black colleges and universities, alumni, association, and foundation. Kudos to you for heading that amazing organization. and helping our young people. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for the privilege and honor.
I would like to thank Ty Couey for being an outstanding guest and telling us about National Historical Black Colleges and Universities Alumni Association. My inspirational quote is from Janetta B. Cole. What you give ought to be in direct relationship to what you've received. If you have been blessed a great deal, then you have a lot of giving to do. Thank you for watching Ingrid's World, and don't forget, friend us on Facebook or follow Ingrid's World VA in Twitter and in Instagram. And if you miss an episode, you know what to do. Watch us on YouTube or at ingridsworld.org. Thanks for watching.